I believe that the biggest challenge over the next 3 years is still going to be the opioid epidemic. In Rice County, although we have a large number of heroin and opioid overdoses as well as some overdose deaths, I don't believe that we've peaked. Working in Naples, Florida, I saw the peak of what the opioid epidemic can do, and at that point there was virtually no methamphetamine out there. It was primarily heroin and fentanyl use. Although my opponent claims that the opioid deaths are dropping, that's not the solution to our problem. The reason why they're dropping is because of a drug called Narcan, which stops or reverses the overdose effects of heroin and opioids. With the increase of users carrying Narcan, we have a drastic increase in the number of overdoses based on fentanyl, but they can treat themselves, so those overdoses are largely going unreported. There's no ambulance or law enforcement called to deal with those overdoses. And what we need to do is we need to reach out to the community, educate the community better on the effects of opioid use. We need to make sure that people and families are starting to see whether or not loved ones are using opioids, some of the triggers that show opioid use in the home. And we need to use community outreach and education in order to stop the opioid epidemic from becoming as bad as it has in other places throughout the country.
I think the biggest challenge that we're going to have in the next 3 years is to continue to deal with the mental health challenges we've seen over the last several years, and examiners willing to find people having mental health challenges as being incompetent to proceed. We litigate those cases very significantly, and we continue to do that, but finding the right placement for those people, finding an ability to have them restored to competency so that we can proceed with their criminal cases is one of the biggest challenges that we'll have over the next several years.